John chapter 14 verse 16.
Jean 14 verset 16.
He said, I will pray the Father, and he shall give you another comforter, that he may abide with you forever. And we said nobody can talk of comforter if there will be no pain. If there will be no pain, if there will be no suffering, we won't talk of comfort. And Jesus speaking to us in the book of John 16:33.
Jean 16:33.
He said, these have I spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. For in this world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. God was speaking to the Israelites. He said, just the same way a mother eagle trains the baby eagle. He said, that is the way I carry you. And how do they do it? A mother eagle will make a nest with thorns and put it on the top of a mountain or the height of a very tall tree. And the same eagle will use the force from the skin of the animal he has killed. Put it on top of the thorn, put in some stones, and then put some extra fur on it. And after that, she will pluck some feathers, the soft ones from the breast side. Put all in the nest before laying the egg. So when the egg hatches, everything is soft. And the baby eagle enjoys the place. But the mother begins to think, if I leave this child this way, even though the potential of greatness is inside of him, if I'm not at home, he can be killed. How will he be able to fend for himself if I'm no longer there? Even though the potential to be a high flyer is already inside of him, but it's not yet flying. So the mother sits down to begin to think, how do we bring this greatness out of this child? So the first thing the mother does is to remove all the soft part of the nest. So the baby's body begins to touch, and it vows to stand up and to begin to jump up a little bit and use the claw to hold the edge of the nest. And as if that is not enough, the mother will use the arm to beat the nest that the baby is holding on to. So the baby has no choice than to begin to use the claw to hold the nearby trees. And sometimes the mother will come back and say, baby, climb my back. We are going out. And the mother takes the baby out. And the child begins to look at the entire world, see other birds, and the child feels good. And so we are far above all these classes of these small birds. We belong to the topmost top. That is the family I belong to. The mother will say, you don't know anything yet. You belong to that class, but you have not been trained for the class. And so what does the mother do? The mother removes the back, and the baby is falling down, and the baby begins to scream, Mama, if this is a mistake, pick me up now. I'm dying. The mother will not answer until the child is forced to begin to also see how it can be stable in the air by itself. But because it has never stretched its wings, know how to balance in flight, is falling, rapidly falling. Then the mother goes, use the back to carry it. And the baby eagle says, thank God it's a mistake. If it's a joke, mother, don't try this again. And the mother says within herself, it's not a joke. That is the first training. We are going again. The mother takes the baby up again. Removes the back again. And unknowingly, because of the quest for survival, the baby eagle begins to stretch the muscles of the wings and gets stable in the head. And when the mother does this times and over again, it gets to a point the baby could stand by itself. What you are going through now is to strengthen you, not to kill you. God said to the Israelites, He said, the same way a mother eagle trains the baby eagle, so that is the way I train you. So until God trains you, you can't reign with God. He loves you enough to train you. He that the Father loveth, it chastises. He said, count it all joy when you are chastised by the Lord. Count it all joy. It's not to kill you, it's to crown you. You see, if you look at the story well, you understand why the mother eagle will do that. There are some snakes that can climb hills and mountains. There are some snakes that can climb long, tall trees. So if the mother has gone away to look for food, and the snake comes, the claws of the eaglet is enough to kill it. The beak is strong enough to strike it, but it's not yet trained. So if a snake comes there with those untrained claws and beak, the snake will kill the eaglet for fun. The tools are there, but it's not well trained. So the mother knows that if I don't train this child, if I'm not around, he can die on time. So sometimes God makes us go through suffering now, so that we don't die before our time. So problem is your friend. It's not your enemy. It's part of God's training for every one of us. In the military, when they call them for training, they are happy because they know promotion has come. Go and find out from them. Once they say it's time for training, that they are going for a course on training, they know it's time for them to be promoted. Examination is not to bring shame to you, it's to promote you. Test of life is God preparing you for promotion. Then the question is this: why do we go through sufferings? We say number one is a time of personal revelation. It's a time when God shows who you are to you. When He shows you your strength, the strength you never know you had. The same way eagle never knew, an eagle never knew that he has no strength in him. So there are some strength in you, some gift in you that you don't know you have until you go through suffering. So we say number one thing is that time of distress, time of challenges and suffering is a time of personal revelation. The revelation of your true nature and your true greatness that heaven has put inside of you. The revelation of the people around you who you call friends, who were actually the friend of your enemies. They are your friend. They are also the friend of your enemies. A friend who is the friend of your enemy, can you call him a friend? But you don't know them in their clear picture until you go through trouble. You know, poverty is an enemy. You have a friend. He can buy you 10 bottles of beer. He says he's your friend. But when you say I want to start a business, can you please give me 10,000 or 20? He says no. He loves you being poor. He loves poverty tormenting you. Yet he pretends to be your friend. So he's your friend as well as the friend of your enemy. The friends that can only celebrate you when you are poor. Once you are no longer begging them for things, you are no longer depending on them for food, they become angry with you. Because they don't have the capacity to rejoice with you. They want you to remain the way you are. So it is in problem you find out the true nature of these people. So God will always allow them to be around you to reveal who they are to you. Number 2, we say suffering helps for self-examination. Challenges of life makes us to look at life in the right perspective. It helps us to cross-examine ourselves. It makes us to run away from pretense and deceptions. It makes us to really know who we are and to have the right feedback about ourselves. There are some things, no matter how anybody that teaches you, until you suffer, you will never understand them. So suffering is part of learning. Whatever people don't suffer for, you will never value in life. So you don't have value if you have not suffered. So heat of life and the pressure of life is what increases our value. So God will intentionally allow you to go through it so that your value can increase. Number 3 is a time of purification. The pain we go through helps our hearts to be pure, motives to be pure, our lifestyle to be pure. Because when you enter into trouble, the first thing that comes to your mind is, if I've not done anything wrong, I shouldn't be here. What have I done wrong? So suffering, trouble, has a way of purifying us. So we will not be pure if we don't suffer. It purifies our motives. Why am I doing what I'm doing? If I've done it well, how come this thing still happen? Then let me check my motive. Maybe I did it well, but I did it with the wrong motive. So it takes you beyond the surface to go deep down inside of you where nobody can reach. No wonder the Bible says Jesus learned obedience. Jesus, Son of God, second person in divinity, through the things he suffered. You have to suffer a little bit. He didn't say you should suffer all your life. 1 Peter 5:10. He said when you have suffered for a while, you need it to clean you up, to keep your perspective right, to sharpen your spiritual senses. If not, you will be carnal. Number 4. Somebody say discipline. Proverbs 3:11-13. My child, do not reject the Lord's discipline. And don't get angry when he corrects you. The Lord corrects those he loves. Just as parents correct the child they delight in. Happy is the person who finds wisdom in discipline. The one who gets understanding in discipline. He said to Lucifer, have you seen my servant? He's making boasts in Job. Why? He has disciplined him. He's still going to discipline him. And he knew that the man will not fail in discipline. So God can never make boast of you and I
until we are ready to go through discipline without shaking.
Only those
that go through discipline can emerge as a disciple. So you know the size of a man's destiny, not by the chest, but by the length of the pain he goes through. Hebrews 12, 5 to 11. He said, and have you completely forgotten this word of encouragement that addresses you as a father addresses his son? It says, my son, do not make light of the Lord's discipline, and do not lose heart when he rebukes you, because the Lord disciplines the one he loves, and he chastises everyone he accepts as his own son. Endure hardship as disciplined soldier. God is treating you as his children. For what children are not disciplined by their fathers? If you are not disciplined, and everyone undergoes discipline, then if you are not disciplined, you are not a legitimate son of God. You are not a true son and daughters of God at all. Moreover, we have all had human fathers who discipline us, and we respect them for disciplining us. How much more should we submit to the Father of all spirits? He said, don't you know they discipline us for a while? For the best to come out of us. So God disciplined us for good, in order that we may share in his holiness. No discipline seems pleasant when a man is going through it. It's always painful, but later on it produces great harvest of righteousness, peace of mind, and blessing for those who have been trained by it. Number 5, it produces perseverance and patience. Suffering forces us to learn patience by all means. The issue is not whether you will suffer or not. You will suffer. Leave that one. Leave that one. The issue is cooperate with the suffering so that the best of you can come out on time so you can leave the suffering. Everybody will go through wilderness, either we like it or not. But how long we stay in the wilderness is not in the hand of God. It's in our hand. It's in how fast we cooperate with God to learn what he said we should learn. If we don't learn it, we will repeat the class. Even if it takes us 20 years, he will leave us there until we pass the test. In the university, there are some courses they call major courses. If you fail them, you won't graduate. Patience is one of them. In the school of God, you fail, they return you back to pass it. Until the problem you have now becomes a thing you can talk about freely and laugh about, and does not move you again, you keep repeating the class. Promotion. Until God allows life to prove you, he will not approve of your blessing and your promotion. So trouble is the only way to be promoted. Anytime a teacher wants to promote a student, to give them tests. So once exam comes, you know promotion. So if there is no exam, you should know there is no promotion. So if you don't have problem, just know there is no promotion for you. But if problem comes, rejoice. Your promotion. Somebody say, yeah. Number 8. It build your personal relationship with God. God does not want us to collect something from him and run away. He wants to own us with the blessing he has given to us. But because of human nature, we want to collect and run away. So God will allow suffering. After you have collected, as you are running away, when suffering comes, you return back to him. He wants to give you a job, and the job and you should still be together with him. Wife and children, and they should still remain together with him. So when you are running away, you don't want to spend time with him, you just want to collect something from him, you will scatter what you have so you can return back. Number 9, he allows us to suffer small things, small problems, small losses, so that we don't suffer big losses. When you are careless, God bless you with 5,000. You leave it here. You go home. When they steal it and it pained you, it will help you to know how to keep money. So that later, when bigger money comes, since you have learned with the loss of the small money, you will know how to keep the big money. So it's not the devil sometimes that make you suffer loss. When you lose small thing and you suffer about small thing, when the big thing comes, it will be preserved. Number 10 is part of sharing the suffering of Christ. If we must share his blessing, we should also share some. You will now see what Apostle Paul said, that I may know him. I want to be born again and follow this Jesus. The power of his resurrection. Is how will it come? Fellowship of his suffering. You know, a woman came to Jesus with 2 sons. Said one should be at your left, the one at your right. And Jesus laughed. It doesn't work like that. It is those who are ready to share of the cup of my suffering that will share my enthronement. Because a servant cannot be greater than his master. If master suffer, servant must suffer. If not, it's not permitted to be called a disciple. You will now see what was written in the Bible. The apostles were captured, flogged with rod, adult, naked, flogged with rod. And the Bible says, they jump up with joy. And they say, wow, we are so privileged that we could suffer with Jesus. What have you suffered for him? Have they mocked you? Have they humiliated you? Have you sold your property to give to him? Have you gone out of your way to spend time in his presence, to evangelize, to do great things for him? How many sacrifices have you paid for him? Are you just serving him with convenience and not what he has commanded? You don't have right to ask for his blessing when you have not partaken of his suffering.